All right, hey everybody. We are back with Fate. It's been a few days since I've gotten the chance to record, so I have a spare 30 minutes. I'm not going to be able to get much done in this session. I'm hoping to have a session in the next day or two where I can get a few of these videos made, be a little bit more consistent because I already know the longer I go in between recording, my voices might get inconsistent just because of false memory of what they are or whatever. If they change, whatever, it's fine. I still get the practice I'm looking for. If y'all don't know, I'm trying out voice acting uh, for these. If you have any suggestions for me, I'm a complete amateur. If you have any suggestions for me, materials I could go consult to improve, let me know. I'm just having fun with it, trying things out. But let's continue. We were just flirting, not literally flirting, but meeting all of the classmates and stuff before the school day had started, and now here we are in 2A. All right. At 7:30 a.m., there's nobody else in classroom 2A. I take a seat at my desk and flip through my math workbook. There's still 30 minutes until morning homeroom. I've got time to kill until my classmates start arriving. All right. 30 minutes pass, got a little brighter. The classroom is lively as lunch break begins after fourth period. Well, okay, so we skipped ahead quite a bit. My school has a cafeteria, so only about half of the students stay in the room. It's mostly girls that stay behind. The girls think the cafeteria is a bit too liberal with the seasoning, so that's the widest thing I've ever heard. He says as a white man himself, I season my chicken. I proudly season my chicken. I season it well, too. Oh, this is a new character. No. Tosaka, would you like to have lunch with me? We girls tend to enjoy our lunches as a group. I'm sorry, I can't Saegusa? But thanks for asking. I'll be eating at the cafeteria today. I overslept this morning, so I didn't have time to make lunch. Of course. Sorry for ambushing you with that. And then just runs away. Saegusa looks guiltily at her feet. Among the refined and well-behaved students of Class A, she's the most demure. Very cutesy, very mindful, very demure. For some reason, she's really nice to me. Maybe someone has a crush. These high schoolers just be firing with hormones towards each other. There's nothing to apologize for. I just didn't have time to make a lunch today. Please ask me again tomorrow. I let her down as gently as I can and offer a genuine smile. Okay, so even you sleep in too, huh? Perhaps my smile made her feel better. Saegusa turns back to her table, looking relieved. She's adorable. Yukiko Saegusa isn't drop-dead gorgeous, but her smile always puts everyone around her at ease. She is cute. It does happen, I don't let it show, but I'm really not a morning person. I can't get up early enough to be in any clubs. Saegusa somehow maintains an elegant air even when startled. Watching her reactions is always so calming. That doesn't mean I have time to just stand here and talk. If I keep up a conversation with someone so disarming, the real me is bound to show herself. What's wrong with the real you showing? Or are you talking about the magical stuff? I'm off to the cafeteria then. Enjoy your lunch. You too, Tosaka. Alright. Saegusa and I exchange some graceful greetings, and she returns to her friends. Didn't you already greet each other? Wouldn't that be first, not later? Maybe a Japanese cultural thing. I see that she's eating with Kaede Makadera and Kane Himuro. Okay. Oh, right. Wasn't Saegusa the track and field club manager? Makadera and Himuru are the track and field club's rising stars, okay? Makadera's a bad influence with whom I go window shopping on days off, but I don't know Himaru well. Oh, bad influence because he's getting you to window shop. Oh, it's a girl. My bad. My bad. I don't know, it sounded masculine. Looks like you got dumped, Saichi. Told you that Tosaka didn't bring lunch. If you want to hook her, you gotta bring enough food for both of you. Oh my gosh, so she is flirting with me. Maki, can't we just go to the cafeteria with her too then? Nah, it's too cramped there. To share space with us brown baggers? What does that mean? Plus, it's really annoying how the boys stare when you sit next to Tosaka. The last time we hung out, she hogged all the attention. She's an overachiever and all swanky, too. I can't take it. I feel like brown baggers is like a slur. I've never heard that before, though. Makadera takes hold of Sagasa's desk as she continues to rant about me. Despite her foul mouth, she actually wears a kimono really well, like a picturesque Japanese beauty. Yeah, she's pretty. Makino-ji. Oh. Makino-ji. Lady Tosaka can hear everything you're saying. Meanwhile, Himaru's cool and solid demeanor are a complete foil to that of Makadera. Oh, crap. Did he hear me? I bet she's totally glaring at me. I don't think she's glaring at you. She's totally shooting lasers. It's the scariest when she's smiling at you. Oh, come on. Just let it slide. We're pals, remember? I treated you to talk... Taiyaki? Taiyaki that one time. Also, I changed my audio a bit, so it looks like my voice is lower than what it used to be, but it won't be peaking so much. Let me know if I need to drop down the game volume a bit more if this is off, but hopefully I sound better at the very least. Kaede Makadera puffs her cheeks out in a pout, waving her disposable chopsticks in the air. Would you believe that her hobby is collecting wind chimes? The world works in strange ways. That is odd for a character like that. I wouldn't expect that of her. Makadera, I don't know her name. I forget. But Makadera, okay. At any rate, it's rude to Sagasa to stare at the three of them. Caught between me and the foul-mouthed Makadera, Sagasa looks like she doesn't know what to do with herself. It's alright, Sagasa. And Makadera, I was the one who treated you to crepes, not taiyaki. You really ought to fix how often you work in hyperbole. That smile scares the daylights out of me. Makadera holds up her lunchbox lid like some kind of shield. I bid the odd trio farewell, leave the classroom, and slide the door closed. Oops. Oh, give me a break. Taiyaki crepes? What's the difference? They're both sweet things wrapped in carbs. Makadera utters something blasphemous for a girl. Oh my gosh. She thinks taiyaki and crepes are the same? Is she even human? Are all desserts the same to her? They're all just cannolis. If you've seen Distractable, I hope you get that reference. If I'd known that her taste buds can't distinguish Flair's 500 yen very, very berry from an 80 yen taiyaki at Edomaya, dang you, Kaede Makadera, I could have saved 420 yen. Wow, what am I getting actually upset for? I must still be tired from last night. The cafeteria sounds like a pain, so I'll just buy some bread from the counter and eat on the roof. That sounds awful. Get some protein, dude. I purchase my lunch and head to the unoccupied roof. Though it's different in the summertime, during the winter the roof is a convenient place to eat that other students tend to avoid. It's too cold to hang out here during lunch, but that's a small price to pay for privacy. Time to eat! I indulged in the tomato sandwich. Okay, at least there's stuff inside of it. Granted, still doesn't seem like protein of any kind. Gotta get the protein in. And hot lemon drink I bought from the cafeteria. It's a simple lunch, made all the more delicious by the fact I can enjoy it up here in peace. I finish the sandwich and sip on the warm lemony drink. I got some lemon ginger tea recently. Oh my gosh. Tried it for the first time like a couple nights ago. Oh my gosh. So good. I'm a little tired. It's hard to balance being an overachiever with avoiding human contact as much as possible. When can we get back to the magic stuff, girl? We've been doing the school bit for a little too long. As the saying goes, one should be accomplished at both the pen and the sword. It's a point of pride. No, conviction that I be the top student of the school. I decided that if I was going to be a student, then I would be the very best. I don't want people looking down on the Tosaka name. That's how Ren Tosaka came to be a perfect, flawless student. Ugh. I've had perfectionism plague me before, but not to such a level. On the other hand, my occupation as a mage is dangerous, so I shouldn't associate too much with normal people. Yeah, you lead a very interesting life. When a mage is discovered by the public, she has no choice but to eliminate witnesses to protect herself. Oh! So you would kill all your friends. That's great. I'd rather not resort to that. I wonder if there's going to be an instance where she kind of needs to do that at some point. For them to, be setting that up so early on. That's why I keep my social interactions purely superficial, out of necessity. I only hang out with Makadera on my days off, and I turn down invitations from more sociable people like Sagusa. It's difficult walking the tightrope of being the #1 student at school, while making sure I don't become anybody else's #1. That sounds lonely. It's loneliest at the top. One way to the top if you wanna rock and roll. That was awful. And sure, there are times when it tires me out and I feel like life is a real drag. Oh, it's already time? I finish the hot lemon drink and stand up. That's enough sentimentality for today. Time to go back downstairs and become Ren Tosaka again. Oh, ugh. The fact that you view yourself as a character you have to play. Oh my gosh, who are you? Homeroom is over. Make sure you log your day shifts and lock the doors and windows. If you don't have any club activities, try to get home quickly. That's the most generic deep voice ever. Class 2A's teacher gives his usual spiel and leaves the room. That's how you spell spiel? I thought spiel was 2 E's. As far as I know, he's said it exactly the same way all year. Ah, here we go. Ayako. Tosaka, are you going home already? Yeah, I had a run-in with Mato this morning, so I want to leave before it gets out of hand. I figured. He sure had a temper this morning. You must have put him through the ringer. Did he now? Sorry for the trouble. Oop, nope. I don't know what I did. I'm sorry. It wasn't. Really, Mato's always hard on the younger students. He helps them build character. Glad to hear it. I'll make it up to you later. Sure. I hope it doesn't put you off. Stop by again sometime. I like how Ayoko's voice, I'm just kind of doing my voice, but a little softer. I don't know if that's enough of a distinction to like break it between me or the narrator and her, but oh well. I make my way home without taking any detours. My time as Ren Tosaka, the honor student, ends once I leave the school. The next half of the day is reserved for the other me. Oh, okay, now we get into it. I have to become a mage of the Tosaka. Well, let's see. What does a mage of the Tosaka look like? Oh, sitting at a dinner party having tea. When I arrive back at the house, I'm greeted by the pulsing light of my answering machine. Voicemail? That's rare. Figures it's Kirei. I have a feeling I know what he's going to say, but I better listen or I won't hear the end of it later. I press the play button and hear a familiar male voice. It's me. As I'm sure you're aware, tomorrow is the limit time, or there's the time limit, Rin. We will have a problem if you procrastinate any further. There are only 2 spots left. I must ensure all the masters are in order, soon. The priest cuts straight to the point. If you plan to forfeit your rights as a master, let me know by today. It will take time to dispatch a substitute mage. Liar. I bet you could find a backup right away. You have already shown signs of a command spell. Promptly summon your servant and bind them to it. Of course, it's a different discussion if you just choose not to take part in the Holy Grail War. If you fear for your life, then come to the church with all due haste. The voicemail ends. Okay, now we getting into it. It was a clear message in simple language. Yeah, pretty to the point. If you're going to fight, then be ready by today. If you aren't, then retire, because you're in the way. I don't need you to tell me that. It's only to be expected, I guess. Today's the last day I can drag this out. Thankfully, I managed to decipher Father's notes yesterday. My battle preparations are in order. All that's left is to seize the right to participate, as he said. The Holy Grail War, a fight to the death over a single chalice, a ritual that's gone on for centuries. The mages who take part in the Holy Grail War are called masters. Why does she sometimes, like, talk out her narration and sometimes it's just narrated? I mean, I talk to myself too. I'm talking to myself right now, so I guess. It doesn't denote a rank of any kind. It merely describes their role. There's a condition to participate in the Holy Grail War. You must summon a familiar called a servant and form a contract with them. Regardless of your skills as a mage, you are not recognized as a master unless you command a servant. There's a clear difference between servants and normal familiars. The way you summon and use them are different. Mages who plan to fight in the Holy Grail War prepare summoning catalysts, but I wish Father had left me something with a connection to a saber. I don't own any relics with a connection to a servant. I can summon one, yes. In fact, I could do it right now if I wanted to, as well as form a contract. This town's leyliness, is that what? I've never seen that word before, are under the jurisdiction of the Tosaka. I am the heir to a clan that's administered the land for generations, so my performance will not take a backseat to some visiting mage. Although, while that is true, I'd be awfully incompetent of me to embark on a figurative voyage without a compass. Servants are drawn to symbols. To summon a powerful servant, one needs a symbol with a connection to that servant. In other words, I need some outrageously valuable item, like a sword or piece of armor that servant owned, or maybe a bone, or heraldry related to them. I had such big hopes for Father's will. No, he did leave me a serious trump card. The pendant I discovered in the basement last night is an ancient artifact of the highest quality. Then what you talking about? I don't got nothing. You got tons of something. Sister. It's amazing all on its own. Still, it won't help me summon a servant. How do you know? How do you know that? Fine. I don't need to rely on something like that to figure this out. To begin with, I doubt there's any master more qualified to hand saber than I am. Because I'm Rin Tosaka. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know. Alright, I've made up my mind. I'd rather not get another earful, and waiting until the last minute doesn't sit right with me. Now the real challenge begins. Tonight, I'm going to summon a servant while I'm in peak condition and acquire saber by force. How would you do it by force? Well, we're about to get into magic, I hope. Here we go. Got the grimoires out. We got the little altar going. Late night. The clock reads almost 2 a.m. Gosh, girl, you're not getting any sleep. No wonder why you're not a morning person. This is the period where everything lines up. My condition peaks at 2 a.m. sharp. What? Whose condition peaks at 2 a.m.? At no point in my life, even as a kid, did my condition peak at 2 a.m. Excuse me. In terms of limits, this will be my first and last chance, so I can't afford even the slightest mistake. Withdrawal within elimination. Engrave 4 circles of withdrawal and surround them with a summoning circle there. Sorry, I didn't realize she was talking. Oh, lots of visuals. Pretty flashy red things. I inscribe magic circles into the floor of the basement. Actually, it doesn't take a major evocation to call forth a servant. Gosh, servants are invited by the Holy Grail. Masters anchor them to the world and supply the magical energy to materialize them, but the servants are the ones who choose to respond to the summons. Dope. I think is that the first frame we've seen Rin? I knew what she looked like just because of Googling her for thumbnails, and watching part of the anime, but... For the elements silver and iron, for the foundation, stone, and the Archduke of Pax, for the ancestor, my great master, Schwanorg. Okay. Raise a wall for the wind that shall fall. Close the gates of the 4 directions. Come forth from the crown and follow the forked road leading to the kingdom. Still, I need to keep cautious and focus. Magic circles are normally drawn with blood, but today I draw mine with melted jewels. I'm using up half of the jewels I've accumulated over my lifetime, so I'll never financially recover from this if it fails. Fill. 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 Repeat 5 times. But when each is filled, destroy it. It's almost 2 a.m. I finished drawing the summoning circle. Wasn't it already 2 a.m.? Because you were at that peak performance. Once the summoning circle passed down through the Tosaka line and faced it with all my being. Anfang. I flick a formless switch within myself. With a click, I feel my insides turn over to something else. My normal nerves invert and become circuits for conducting magical energy. Rin Tosaka is no longer human. I really like this description of magic. Like almost like you're a circuit board. She's just a component in the execution of mystics. I melt from my fingers. No, I'm filled up from my fingers. The mana I'm taking in is so dense, it overwrites my bodily sensations. That's why I'm being destroyed at the same time I'm being filled. Running through my body is the power, mana, from the atmosphere. I convert it into different type of energy through my body's circuits. A mage's body is nothing but circuits. Circuits to connect the ethereal to the material. The mystical outcome we produce is what we call magecraft. My body grows hot. It seems like horns are growing from my forehead. It seems like wings are sprouting from my back. It seems like scales are covering my hands. It feels like there's water pooling around my ankles. Sweat drips. Stab, stab. Swords pierce my body. These are the stigmata that reject my body, which becomes a circuit. No matter how gifted a mage is, we're only human. In a human body, the pain is something we must live with whenever we use magecraft. I like that there's a consequence. I like that it's not just I could just pull anything out of my butt anytime I want to. That's cool. Close-up shot of Rin. The cycle doesn't let up. Beyond the agony, deep within the trance, lies the mental state necessary for connection. Pain wriggles in my left arm. To aid the caster, my magic crest autonomously begins an incantation, invading my nervous system. The mana in the atmosphere I've taken it in turns to blood. It's like molten lead, while my activated magic crest resembles thorny nerves. With a crunching sensation, it creeps throughout my body like a thorny centipede. Ugh, I don't like that description. Like, it's a good description. I just didn't like the feeling it gave me. Within the hurt, I forget myself. At the same time, I can feel it taking hold of me, like I've reached where I need to go. Girl, you sound like you're kind of on drugs or something, honestly. My hypersensitive hearing picks up the ticking clock in the parlor. 10 seconds left until 2 a.m., until I combust, until I'm at my peak performance, and I go ultra instinct mode. The power filling my body is inconsequentially complete. Heed my words. Time to begin. I convert the mana I've collected into magical energy for fixation. All that's left is to feed all that energy into the engine, summoning circle, until my body runs dry. Okay. Heed my words. My will creates your body, and your sword creates my destiny. If you heed the Grail's call and obey my will and reason, then answer me. Woo! Here we go. My vision goes dark. What lies before me now is the fifth factor, said to be imperceptible, word to the naked eye. My vision shuts off on its own, fearing what it might see. For a Japanese game, they use some big English words. I hereby swear, I shall be all the good in the world. I shall defeat all evil in the world. 7 heavens clad in 3 great words of power. Come forth from the circle of binding, guardian of the scales. That went off without a hitch. It feels so perfect. It's like I'm reeling in a whale with a fishing rod. Flawless. I'm positive I just drew the strongest card. I can't wait for my vision to return. It'll take a few more seconds, but when it does, I'm sure the strongest servant will. It's like a little slime that pops up. Be nowhere in sight. Ah. Huh? Oh. Nothing's there. The room doesn't look different at all. I spun that much ether into this ritual, only for absolutely nothing to materialize. On top of that, I think I just heard something explode in the parlor. Why? I bolt. My head's empty at this point. I just run. I race up the stairs from the basement. The door's broken. The door to the parlor is askew off its hinges. There isn't any point in turning the doorknob. And since it won't open whether I push or pull. Dang it! Move, you stupid thing! I kicked it down and burst into the room. And the moment I enter the parlor, everything becomes clear. Oh, what's up, dude? Smoking hot piece of meat. Come here, little... I don't know what I was about to say. I was about to say little kid in whiskers. There we go. Just sell it. Just run with it. Everything is in tatters. That it is. Rubble is strewn across everything, as if something has fallen through the ceiling. On top of it all sits a man cocking his head arrogantly. What if are they summoned in, like, by meteor strike? The alarm, or I mean the grandfather clock is still working. He must be some kind of criminal. But something graver draws my attention. The grandfather clock, having escaped destruction, tells the time precisely. Now I remember. Right, of course. The clocks were an hour ahead today, weren't they? Which means it's 1 a.m. Still a full hour left until I'm peak spellcasting form. Okay. I screwed up again. So basically I have a screw up summon. I can complete tasks as well as anybody else, but suffer from the curse of my genetics. Which is, when it really counts, I somehow manage to bungle things on an unbelievable level. Is your bomber dad like that? What's done is done. Just gotta learn from this. I can't believe my own stupidity. Still irritated, I direct my glare at the man lounging haughtily on the rubble. So, what are you? That's the first thing out of your mouth? I seem to have been dealt a truly ridiculous master. The man in the red mantle shakes his head in a show of exasperation. To add insult to injury, he mutters something about drawing the short straw. Oh, now I'm dead certain. This guy has a messed up personality. And is this a servant? I thought familiars were shapeless beings, but this is just a man. No, not just a man. A real hunk of a man. Even from here, I can tell that it's brimming with a shocking amount of magical energy. Don't be fooled by its appearance. I'm staring at something that's undoubtedly more than human. It's a human-shaped ghost. That's on the level of an elemental. This is no time to be dumbstruck. That thing belongs to me. I need to get my head in the game. Need to get it on straight. Need to stop thinking about his rippling pectoral muscles. Just checking, but you are my servant, right? That's what I wanted to ask. Are you even my master? I've never been summoned so violently before, and honestly, I'm still struggling to get my bearings. It's my first time too. I'm not answering questions like that. I see. But you weren't here when I summoned. Care to explain why? Are you serious? You're no baby bird. Don't joke that you can't decide who to serve if they aren't there when you open your eyes. The unidentified servant frowns and a grunt escapes his lips. Maybe he didn't like the way I said it, though he has a mixed reaction, as if still impressed by the logic in my words. I'm sorry, I'm turning everything into a romantic relationship between this girl and every person around her. I'm just saying, like, some of the lines have had some real flirty undertones is all I'm saying. Whatever. What I'm asking is if you're my servant and no one else's. I don't have to answer any of your questions until we make that clear. This is what I get after a failed summoning, huh? I believe there's something else you should be saying. There isn't. In a master-familiar relationship, this is the first detail we need to hash out. The servant's eyebrow twitches. Alright, and then we'll see how we resolve this agreement. This debacle. I don't know if this is a debacle. How this plays out next time. Thank you guys for watching. And like I said at the beginning, just let me know any recommendations voice acting wise, resources I can consult that are good, things I'm doing bad, good, whatever. But thank you. I'll catch you guys next time.